Welcome back to Campaigns and Concoctions. We are a bunch of mangy miscreants who drink and play D&D. We are happy that you have chosen to join us on this journey of cooperative storytelling. Thanks to everyone who joined us last episode. If you've enjoyed us this far, feel free to share with your friends. Rating and reviewing also helps others find us. If you want to send us a voice message, you can reach us at anchor.fm/campaignconcoctions, all one word. And you can leave us a voice message, and we look forward to hearing from you. And before we roll into our next thing, Nate has some news on some social stuff.
We started an Instagram. You can find us at Campaign Concoctions Pod on Instagram. There's also a link to our Discord server if you want to come get advice on drinks, beverages, just talk D&D nerd stuff. I think that's it for now. We started launching character profiles, so you can kind of get snapshots of each character sheet as they come out. It'll be about a weekly post on those.
And then feel free, there's separate channels there. Ask me about the world. You can ask any of us about D&D stuff. The drinks, the drink section is already starting to blow up with people that we know, that we've already got on there. So, but before we get into our first cocktail of the evening, does anybody have anything that they would like to share to the podcast family? No? All right, Curtis, if you would take us away, what is our first cocktail of the evening?
Tonight, we are enjoying what's called a spice trade. This is a gin drink. It has 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of homemade simple syrup, and 4 to 5 basil leaves that are muddled at the bottom of the shaker tin. So, you shake it up. You don't want to bruise up those basil leaves too much, and it is the consensus of the table that 4 to 5 may be too much. You might want to reduce it down to 3 to 4 depending on the size of your leaves. So don't overdo the basil. You shake it up, you pour it into an up glass like a Nick and Nora, and you garnish with 1 medium-sized basil leaf. And it is delicious. Tonight the drinks have a theme of cinnamon syrup, and that's what we're going with.
And then I also made a Laphroaig paper plane. So just like a normal paper plane, but you replace the rye whiskey with Laphroaig. So that'll be 1 ounce of Laphroaig Scotch, 1 ounce of Nonino Amaro, 1 ounce of Aperol. I do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon, even though it's an equal parts drink. I do think it's a little bit better with the lemon pulled back a little bit because I like the taste of the liquor. 1 lemon peel, expressed, rubbed around the rim, and twisted, dropped into the glass as a garnish, and that is for Dustin.
Fun fact, family, he was describing that as he was making it. So that's a fun fact.
If you heard the swishing in the background during this entire intro, that was me stirring the drink. I'm not sorry.
And if you don't want to rewind and try and listen to all the ingredients, we are posting drink recipe cards on Discord and soon to be on Instagram.
This is such a good drink.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Curtis, this is going down a little too quickly.
Yeah, a little too quick, a little too tasty.
That's what Truly's for, man.
I'm not sad. That's why I got my Truly out.
All right then.
It's
Since
basic.
the last time that our adventures were seen, the day began as the 6 of you, prepared to explore the chasm that had opened up beneath one of the main cities, or the main roads of Haven. Eventually, after some information was gathered, coffee was grabbed. The 6 of you fell down, or not fell. Well, some of you fell down.
fell.
Few of you fell.
Half of
you fell.
I
fell.
successfully climbed down the hole. Thank you very much.
But
I'm
then
proud of you.
some investigations began.
Level 1.
Found a trail
Right.
that seemed to be leading from where some of these missing Havenites. I don't know if that's a good name for them. I'll think of something better. But these people from Haven have disappeared too.
Havenese.
Havonians.
No.
We're
Definitely.
It's so bad. It's so
I'm not
bad.
gonna lie, you got a good one halfway through the show. You just blurted out like a crazy person.
That's
okay?
right. Yeah.
That's
And
what
it's
I
the
would.
freed city of Haven, so it's the free peoples.
You're too good. Stop it.
Yeah. Nate's correct. Again.
What's one called?
Free person. A free pool?
Free
Free people. Yep.
After a bit of time,
Handy.
moving your way north through the cavern, you heard some wet, meaty thwops, and then you battled some things, some gibbering mouthers.
Yes.
That's tasty.
And after the fight, and the resuscitation of one of your party members, L, after he went down, you found a door that had some very much mechanical arcano stuff, which I actually found an image which I will share at some point on the Discord. My D&D pin list is awesome. Here it is. This is what the doors look like. So it is a brass-ish door with some a couple of different knobs and turn wheels, and there's some deep locking there.
Like an old-timey bank door. Like a vault.
Yes. There was some discussions about it. You found Scald. Wow.
Yes.
I talked to you 2 hours this week about your goddamn character, and I can't remember your character's name. Scald used a spell to discern the language that was printed on these doors, where it was ectoplanar research. And there was a little bit more discussion, some possibility discussions about moving south, moving north, some plans, but that's where we left off. The 6 of you, what would you like to do?
While we're taking our short rest, can we start sorting through the jaws that I found to see what they were from?
You can certainly try. Medicine check, please.
Okay.
The grossest medicine check yet.
I mean, I already dug them out of gibbering mouthers.
Right.
Yeah, now just stick your face
But
in
that
there.
was the
You get a
grossest
magnifying
investigation check yet.
glass.
This is a gross medicine check.
That's true. That's true.
And that's a 5.
You cannot discern what any of these may have been. The pile of them, they're not really complete. So once the actual main body of the gibbering mouthers began to dissolve and dissipate, the jawbones and all came apart, and you noticed that maybe each mouth was made up of multiple mouth pieces. So you're not getting a full jaw piece as you're looking at it, because you only asked me how many, not what they were made of.
That's fair.
I feel like
Roll it.
Soylent Green, it's made of people.
Roll an insight check, though, real quick.
That's better. 14.
You get an idea that these bones are old. Like, really old. Like, you
Okay.
can see a bit of wear from, like, the acid sacs that you had seen inside these monsters when you were investigating them.
Old enough that we're thinking it's not the.
And based on the
people that we're
information
looking
that
for.
Skrull provided to you last time, these are probably not the people that you were investigating.
Right.
Old like the cavern is old?
Old like the tunnel is old.
Yeah, like the pillars were old.
Yeah. Because this is not a. This is all sentient creature made. Everything that you're in, except for now the stone walls where the doors are installed in. But even those have been shaped by sentient hands. They're not just natural formations. They've been chiseled and chipped away to make solid, straight walls. And the one thing that you do notice about everything within this space is, other than the decay of time, everything is precise and straight. Like, straight in a way that not even the gnomes of Tinkermere can do. Right? Like, how we can't replicate Roman concrete.
Interesting.
Would we think it's potentially magical then?
Well, one of the things that, for those of you, I can't remember who got that, L got this, and I think he told everybody, this is very much arcano-mechanical.
Right.
So
But-
everything is.
Okay.
This whole space, just, especially for those of you who are warlocks, wizards, sorcerers.
Not me.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only non-spellcaster in the group.
You all get a pretty solid. Like, you can't make something like this without it.
he did a detect magic, and everything was like.
Well, it wasn't a detect magic. It was like a history of
It
magic.
was detect
stuff.
magic.
No,
Was
we
it?
did detect
Okay.
magic first that led to the
Okay.
history.
I couldn't remember
Check.
that. I missed that. I listened to the last 30 minutes of the podcast 15 minutes ago, man.
I listened to the whole thing while I was working today, and I gotta say, we're pretty fucking funny. Like, we're a good time. I'm proud of us.
He had his glasses with all the different.
That's right.
Yeah, it had 5 schools of magic on it.
That's right.
That's right.
It was a touch of everything. That's right.
Well,
danger of a
they
GM.
are resting. I'm going to be wandering a circle around them.
So you guys are in the midst of a short rest right now. So if anyone needs to, can roll their. I think we might have done that last time.
Yeah. Which I'm also going to be stealthy while I.
So roll a stealth check for me there.
Is it still good? Is it still good?
Yes, it is. That's a 21.
Okay.
Yeah, are we leaving the door for now?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
the
we
plan?
have
Yeah, we wandered down a little ways.
Right.
I kind of want to check out that side passage.
Was it a side passage or was it just another?
There was a side
Yeah,
passage.
there was a side passage.
Okay.
A rough hewn side passage.
Is it
Yep.
to the left this time so we can go that way?
It would be, yeah.
Does that show up on the sewer map that
No.
we got? Okay.
Because the sewer map is way old. It was 600 years old.
And this looks relatively new.
Relatively new.
Yeah.
Now, as I said in the Discord server, time is weird because we are literally
Sure.
dealing with multiple millennia and all of this stuff. So, relatively new.
Could be a few hundred years.
Could be a few centuries.
2
it
weeks
could be
ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Totally get it. During our short rest,
okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Al. And
And so it begins.
have I seen you smoke?
The only time you've seen me not smoking is when I fell down. the
Okay,
hole.
that's what I thought. So I walk over to L and I take out one of my cigars. And do you have like your pipe out while you're taking your short rest? You're probably currently smoking, right?
Yeah, he's definitely currently smoking, especially after he
Yeah.
had to get picked back up.
All right. So I walk over, I sit down next to you, I light my cigar, and start smoking, and I go, ball bearing.
Yeah. He reaches in pocket and pulls out another one, puts it back in.
Pretty fucking cool, man. It was pretty fucking cool. Is it, like, I'm gonna guess that it's some kind of magic.
I mean, kinda.
I see you're covered in gadgets. Right? But, like, do you use magic with your gadgets? How, like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how this works. I've seen skyships, right? I know that those are a combination of technology and magic.
I mean, like for that one, when I made the ring, he pulls it up to the, like the first knuckle and kind of shows it to you. Like when I made that, I was
The
kind
four
of
dancing lights come in a little closer to allow you to see it slightly better.
Nice.
And they all switch to white so that they're not all different colors anymore.
I put some pathways on this, and then when I focus on it, it pushes the ball. Well, it pushes whatever I'm focused on away from it
Interesting.
really fast.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I saw that it was really fast. It was pretty impressive.
Working on a few other ones, but most of the other ones don't really work just yet.
Gotcha.
And as he's doing that, as he's talking about it, you can notice, especially with the white lights, you notice there's silver tracing down the backs of both of his hands.
Like on your skin?
Yeah.
Like tattoos?
Like inlaid?
It's
Or henna.
it just looks like silver that's like painted on the back of his hands right now.
Looks painted.
Unless somebody's gonna look harder, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Skald's got quite a few tattoos, so I feel like he would recognize a tattoo even if it's a little different.
Are you going to inspector his gadgets?
Yeah, I absolutely am.
Make a perception check for me,
All right.
please. Are you actively trying to hide what they are, or just okay? I'll let you set the DC on this one. The advantage to having a lot of DMs at the table.
That's a
doesn't
nat
go-
20.
So the DC was 45.
Because I like
And
to have
I
a few
still
secrets.
succeed.
you bastard.
And I still succeed.
Can't crit on a
know.
skill check.
Says who?
Says the rule
The
book.
rule book.
Who fucking cares?
Exactly.
Fuck the rule book.
My rules.
Yeah.
It depends on the check.
Now, you need to know
Depends
the
on the check.
rules
So you can
so
break
that
them.
you can break them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
know which
you
ones
can-
need to be ignored.
You can tell it's tattooed on, but it's not a normal tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a fucking naked lady dancing.
It's not even ink, really.
So it doesn't look like 90% of the tattoos Skald has seen.
Yeah.
Because it's not a naked lady dancing. And he's a pirate.
So you can. It's not a flag that he can flex.
Yes.
Right. It's not
Or a
petunia.
dinosaur that he
It's
can
not an
turn.
albatross, it's not a lady, and it's not a ship. He's like, that's a really cool tattoo.
You probably would have seen a lot of pigs and chickens.
Yeah, lots of pigs and
Lots of
chickens,
pigs
lots
and
of
A lot of
foxes.
four-letter words.
Lot of four-letter words.
My
Yeah.
favorite real life
Maybe,
tattoo
maybe
story.
a 9-letter word that they forgot a vowel on.
My
Yeah.
my great abuelita had a tattoo of a pig and a tattoo of a chicken on the bottom of her feet. And when we finally asked her what it was, it's like, that's because those crates float. So if I ever fall off a ship, I float.
Yep.
And I'm like,
exactly
that's fucking
right.
awesome.
That's exactly right.
It's a real thing.
Yep.
Yeah, the tattoos look kind of odd because they're mostly just lines. They don't
Yeah.
really make a image or picture or anything.
Yeah.
Do they disappear up your sleeve?
Yeah.
That's it. I just sit there with them and smoke. And probably shoot the shit over, like, meaningless stuff for a little bit. Ask about how he got there, what the trip was like.
Okay. In the hour goes by, uneventfully. What would the six of you like to do?
Can I get a, like kind of an idea of where we are below ground? What would be above? Like how far? Like.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
So you know at this point you have moved pretty far north of the harbor house. However, as you are new to Haven, you would have never had a chance to explore
Right.
the island. So you don't know what is up there. Oh my god, it feels so good. Sorry. It's fucking hot.
It is.
hot.
It's really hot.
I just caught a breeze.
I felt that breeze too, believe me.
We have 2 more windows to open.
Patrice,
I mean, good luck.
do you
Yes.
have any idea what is above here outside of
That's why there's a
Haven?
Gotcha.
I think I have a general idea of what's above us right
Um,
now. We're not underwater. We're still
No.
under the
You're under the
the
island.
rim. Yeah.
And if I could make a survival check for me,
Yes,
please.
sir. You're not a sir. I think that's a 12. Survival?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a 10.
So the only thing you would know about the general area, like you're not sure exactly where. You've never been in this tunnel, so you have an idea. It's mostly just kind of tropical forest. Okay. Most of the rest of the island outside of the city of Haven is uninhabited. There's the occasional weird person that lives on their own, very Robinson Crusoe-esque, a la you.
I live at home with my parents, thank you. I'm a civilized, ascetic weirdo. Alright?
Yeah.
For 3 squares a day.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So, I think they're like directly above us. I think we're probably under the jungle at this point, under like the trees and whatnot. There's nothing really. There's nothing civilization-wise right above us. Best guess.
I'd be curious to travel through the jungle to see if there's anything hidden in old in the jungle above us.
Like ruins?
I don't know.
I've never really ventured out too far from Haven.
How dangerous is it?
Very. There's a reason I don't travel out there. And I'm usually by myself, so like it's not exactly a death sentence, but it's close.
Anybody else have an idea?
I think there was a Scald wanted to go down a passage.
Yeah, I want to check out that side path we saw that's newer than this tunnel.
So it's about an hour's walk.
So after they all start moving, I'm going to sneak up behind Sid, about 10 feet away, and just go, boom.
Make a what is your passive perception actually?
Lower than his stealth
10.
check.
No, actually, it's not because of who you are. I meant to tell you this, that you're going to have a higher passive perception.
Okay.
But yours, I know you're probably still going to sneak up on it.
Yeah.
Because of where you come from and what you've done.
Just observing.
Well, you're going to get double proficiency in
There you go.
in added to your passive perception. So let me see. Your,
Plus
You know what? I
your-
didn't add in when we
4 plus
changed
your
it to be
wisdom.
efficient. I didn't up it, so it'd at least be 12 now. But
so
off the number.
you're going to get
14.
double. You're going to get. It'll be 14. So you'll still.
That's solid.
It's solid, but you're still not going to.
I'd write double prof back next to it so you remember to up it when your
Yeah.
Or just
proficiency
take-
bonus goes up.
Yeah.
You think we're gonna get to level 5? That's awesome. Or is it 4?
That'd be like
not
a record
all of
for
us,
us.
but some of us
so.
Well, if for some reason, if somehow these characters don't make it, we're starting at that whatever level the party
Yeah.
dies at, because I'm not doing that again.
Right.
Excellent.
I'm not trying to kill you guys though. Just you that I'm not
we
trying to
didn't
kill you.
die.
All right,
we
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
cast
get
sleep
close,
again, guys.
really.
I'm ready.
Al did.
I got kind of close.
Not really though. The rest of us were
If
fine.
I had cast sleep, we would have been.
Yeah, we would have been dead.
Oh yeah, Curtis.
we would have been dead.
Curtis
almost
with the
TPK'd us.
attempted TBK.
Morgan did not almost TPK us.
Player character TBK.
Yes.
Anyways,
So when the
I
players
sneak up
are
on
more dangerous
Sid.
to themselves than the DM is.
Yeah, we have a lot of that going on here.
Yeah, we do.
So as you sneak up on Sid,
There's a reason why I'm 10 feet away.
yeah, you're getting. She's gonna turn on you, like ready to fucking murder you. This is why people don't sneak up.
What does it
generally
look
don't
like
sneak up
when
on me.
Sid's ready to murder someone?
She's going to have this arm brace up and come up
Left
real
arm
high.
down, right
Yeah.
arm up.
This happened before in real life. This is why I chuckled, because I had a perfect image of what happened when somebody did this to me. And just
Ready to haymaker?
Yes, total haymaker.
So
And-
I'm just
and
gonna be
pauses and
leaning
holds.
back slightly and just go, hi. And then keep walking.
Did he touch you too?
He's weird.
He touches a lot.
He didn't touch me, but
Okay. All right. He's just
he doesn't understand personal body space.
like personal bubble. you know,
Bubble,
like,
yeah.
like
Like you just don't.
he doesn't have it.
I want to walk up in the middle of this conversation. No, I don't. And poke your hair. And move on.
For those who are interested, please check out the Discord, because Patrice's picture will now hopefully soon be
Yeah.
shown.
Next week.
Oh, next
when
week, yeah.
this episode drops.
When this
Yeah.
drops, exactly. I'm there. I'm there.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger, and I'm going to cut a little bit of my hair off, like not a small amount, like because I don't give a shit. I'm gonna cut off a sizable chunk of this sticky-ish, just kind of grimy, dewy, froey, kind of curly, and I hand it to my.
I give him permission
My-
to say that.
Thank you.
Because I can say, we know it's true. Alright?
You know what I say
It's a
when
real
I say
thing.
it. It's
yeah.
not.
You're not allowed
And
to
I'm
say
so
it.
jealous of it.
You're not allowed to say it, but I'm giving you a pass.
I am very, very jealous of the hair too.
Right?
It's the one
So
thing I
cool.
didn't get from
You
my
know,
mom's side of the family.
yeah.
I didn't get the good hair.
That's all right. Being the in between guy, having half Mexican, half white hair does not work well.
I mean, I get you. I have white and Asian hair. I somehow
having
got
curly
the
hair in a
fucking
drawing.
1/8 Mongolian hair.
Awful.
So
Sark?
Maybe later. Not as many pockets as L, but definitely you can tell that they run together because there's definitely more pockets
Lots
than he
of
has
pockets.
use for.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, there's nothing in that pocket.
Apparently, this is the hair pocket.
now, the two of you are Yelena and Black Widow.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
It has pockets.
I have to carry shit.
What's the marching order? Who's in the front?
I mean, so last time it was Sid, Sark, and then me, right?
But
No matter the marching order, Sark will stop if he's in last.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was
move
about
L
to
the
say.
middle.
Yeah.
Sid, the reason Sid was up
Yeah.
front last time is because she was tracking.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that was just
I mean,
as a
Skeleton
rule.
is always going to try to be like second or third in line.
So
I would like to follow behind Sid if Sid is going to be in the front. And every once in a while, I'm going to ask her, is it okay if I, every once in a while, just tap her on the shoulder and make things a little easier? Is that a problem?
No, if that's what you can do, that's fine with me.
Okay. Every once in a while, I might mutter, might tap you, there might be a little spark.
What you did in the combat definitely kept me up. So
This is a little different, but a little lower. But yes, yeah, similar.
And this, children, is what we call consent.
So I'm gonna
just as
tap him
important
on
in
the
D&D
elbow.
as it is in real life, family.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. We
I'm
practice what we preach.
Tap him on the
try
elbow, and I'm gonna say
Consent, that's the easy one. But
Yeah.
we try to practice everything else that we preach as
Yeah.
well.
Haven guide your sails.
That's a good one, dude. I like that one.
That's so good.
That is really good.
It's so good.
It's a Haven-specific fortune cookie.
Well, almost every.
Yes.
But if you notice, like a good, probably 80% of his have been very Haven specific.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, but about after time, just to give time frames here. Hour of short rest, about an hour walking down to where you find the cut of this tunnel. And this is where you notice as you get to it, because you made reference to it as you were tracking and following, but you notice that this is where any kind of the precision and the sharpness of the build goes away, because you can tell that this was added quite a bit after this this tunnel complex was made.
Different builders, different times.
Exactly, and as you take that left-hand turn inside of it, you see that this is just a carved-out tunnel, that it is an earthen tunnel. So if you also remember that the stone from the tunnel and the pillars
All the
are
way
not
up, yeah.
native
Right.
to this region.
Are there wood braces?
Yeah.
Sorry.
At this point, is there evidence where that tunnel intersects that they came through the wall into this tunnel? Or did they go out? So where is, like,
It's
is
a
there
good
debris
question.
on the tunnel on the
Go
sides?
ahead and make a investigation check.
Also, I want to know if the wood is native.
Investigation.
Can you roll below a 20?
Investigation or nature?
I don't know yet.
I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick whichever one you
I
want.
would like
I
to
have,
know
because
nature.
I had a first session. I had a 6 for perception.
So,
that was all
so
22.
you
It
could
was
tell.
so close.
Like
It was
it's
so
really
close.
it's they've cleaned it up. Like you can see that but you can tell that they dug this way,
First roll was a
and
20.
they came out
This dice loves
into
me.
the.
Okay, so they came
Look, I
into
gotta
the tunnel
balance
and
it out. This
didn't
is a
leave
roll
from
that doesn't
the
count.
tunnel. Okay.
Yep.
It was only a 7.
you share that information.
Not yet.
Okay.
You can tell.
Okay.
There, it's native.
Gotcha.
Does the wood look in decent condition?
Nature check.
Oh, good.
And where are we now in relation to, like, the harbor house in the city?
You're still not quite there yet.
Okay.
Because even though it's a fairly substantial sized city, it's only going to take you about 20-30 minutes to walk across Haven. Right. A lot of people still live on their ships. A lot of people live there's a couple of areas just outside where there's like a collection of small. So it's like, but it doesn't. It's not a large city.
17 on the nature check.
Yeah, this is in really good. It's gonna hold. Like it's been maintained.
Interesting.
You Patrice are familiar with these type of tunnels. These are the type of tunnels that you have investigated, explored down here. You haven't been here yet, but you are familiar with these tunnels.
Okay.
With this type of tunnel.
Are there any things that I'm wary of in this, like rock fall?
No.
Or,
So
or
there's
slickness or holes or anything.
like I said last time, there's a fairly sizable community of kind of like. It kind of fits, there's a lot of people here that are searching for buried treasure, for lost goods, and just the adventure of, being underground is a little scary to the people who grow up above ground, as I can attest to. I hate being underground.
I love it.
I hate it. It's one of the reasons why I'm glad I didn't go to dive school. I hated when I did go dive, and I hated it. I hated it, even though I did do a whole fucking 4-day weekend trip of scuba diving. So, hey, we went to Egypt. It was really cool.
Learn things. Learn things about yourself when you explore.
Mm-hmm. But no, this is the community, and it's a community that you may not be a fully active part of, but you'd be comfortable in sharing information with.
Okay.
And so they're very, very much take pride in maintaining tunnels. Once they're found and explored, they're maintained very well.
Are there any markings or anything on the walls that would that I might be cued to know how and where I am?
Roll a D100 for me.
I love Basil so much.
Basil is amazing. As someone who went to and got Italian today because the fucking ramen place was closed.
Oh.
They're doing a deep cleaning and maintenance stuff, so they'll be open next week. So
Whenever I make something with basil, I have to buy twice as much basil as I need to use because the way that I do it is I go a basil for the recipe, a basil for me, a basil for the recipe, I do
That
not
should
eat
have brought the
basil
whole
leaves.
box.
Like
Yes,
me
sorry,
and cheese.
It's okay. Like seriously, yeah, it's a problem. I will fill up on
Okay.
basil.
With a 71, yeah, you would know. They have arrows that mark the way back to Haven, but they're hidden in a way that unless you've been shown them, they're like woven into the wood. In a way that unless you've seen them before, which you would have, you wouldn't know that they're there.
Okay.
So yes, you would know.
All right.
I think we just start walking down the path. Yeah.
Okay.
I will deliberately be last in line to make sure L is not this time.
I'm going to be looking around for signs of
Haven
people
Digest.
having been there and stuff like that, but I'm arguably not great at that.
So I did.
Like it's not my thing.
I got you. I also listened. You did use your inspiration last session,
Oh.
so you didn't have it.
Oh, I thought I did. I just couldn't remember what I used to do. Sorry, that's my phone, y'all.
It was at the end of the fight, wasn't it?
It was actually after the fight that he used it. This is why I listened to the last bit of the game, right the day we record. So I'm sharp on it.
I got to be honest, I didn't listen to a lot of the mechanical stuff, but I had a great time listening.
I don't listen to the fight
Yeah.
because that shit don't matter, really. Like narrative wise, I need a narrative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing I did with Critical Role.
I did for very specific reasons, but
That's different.
yeah.
That's different.
Just put it on play.
Speaking of which, I'm going to say it now so people can hold me accountable. Internet, hold me accountable. I need to make your letter of marque. I keep forgetting to do it, especially now
No
that we've
problem.
got it finished.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll get it to you.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll hang it up on the wall when it's done, too. We're going to hang this up, too.
So,
If you want them framed, I'll take them to work.
what is
That'd
your
be awesome.
what is your marching order?
I've got some frames in there.
So it's going to be Scald.
I'm not first.
Okay.
I want to be second or third.
I'll go first. I don't mind.
I thought Sid was in front.
No, Sid was in front last time.
We just didn't officially decide.
That's
never
why
made
I'm
it that
asking
far.
right now, so I know.
Yeah. So if you're first, I'm right behind you.
Cool.
So,
Like,
so we're
just
going
to
to
the
go
right and slightly behind.
SOA, Scald.
How wide is this tunnel?
This one is a lot smaller. It's only it's not super tight where you're like squeezed, but you can't walk two abreast.
Okay, so then I'm slightly behind you, and probably walking slightly to
Probably-
your right as you walk on the left side of the tunnel.
You can't see me, guys. I'm measuring.
Yeah, like 3.5, 4 feet.
3 or
Yeah.
6 feet?
Not 6 feet. Because 6 feet you can walk to abreast. Probably about 4.5 feet,
about
4.5, 5 feet.
4.5. Yeah. Let's call it 5.
A little bit less than that door frame.
D&D purposes.
If you guys get into a fight
So-
here, you really piss some deity off
Right,
that
yeah.
I don't know about. That some DM's gonna come in and be like, "Roll initiative, motherfuckers!" Be like, "Who are you? And
Just
why
like
have we not shot you
Brendan
yet?"
Lee Mulligan just busts
Right.
through the door like the Kool-Aid Man. Like,
Oh yeah!
TPKS.
I would quit. I would quit.
Right.
I would go home,
Right.
and the internet would never
No,
hear
no,
from
no.
me again.
He would just hand you a new character sheet. Like, you're a character now.
So let's go.
Welcome to the party.
You're right.
We're SOA, Scald.
Sid.
Sid, I think would be fair.
And then
Al.
at seeing Sark walk up, I was gonna speed up to be in the middle of the group because it doesn't get picked up again.
Elle, Patrice, and then Sark.
Sark, yes.
All right. So because
Sorry, I
we
had to
did
open
get a
my
little bit
trolley.
of a late start, so we can get back on
Truly, please
schedule.
sponsor us.
We're gonna take our break right there. So we will be right back after this short break. Welcome back, everybody, to Campaigns and Concoctions. We are on our second bit of the section. Tell us, someone who's not as far away as John, unless you want to get closer.
Yep, I'm here. So, what we made right now was classic brambles for most of us, which is going to be, tonight what we did was 1.5 ounces of Hendrick's Gin, an ounce of blackberry liqueur. Generally, I like to use creme de mure. Giffard makes a really great creme de mure. Tonight, what we're using is
German as fuck.
Feinelt. Moritz Feinelt Echte Krotbier blackberry liqueur. And then it's going to be a 1/2 ounce of lemon, and I'm only doing 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. You got to sweeten it up a little bit, but a lot of recipes call for a 1/2 ounce of simple. I think 1/4 ounce is where it's at. A lemon peel expressed, rubbed around the rim, and then added to the garnish, which also includes a raspberry and a blackberry.
And then additionally,
And
one
then-
of
yeah, go
one
for
of my creations, which we're calling the Old Palisade. It's my twist on an old fashioned. It is 3/4 of an ounce of homemade cinnamon simple syrup, 2 ounces of bourbon. Which what are we using in this one?
Mash bill.
Mash
That
bill.
is mash billed bourbon whiskey finished in a French oak Cabernet cask.
And then it's 4 dashes of peach bitters, stirred, and then poured it over a large cube with a nice cocktail cherry, and it's delicious.
And
A
then
little bit of the
additionally-
cocktail cherry juice.
A little bit of cocktail
Additionally, I'm
juice.
making a variation on the bramble for Dustin, because Dustin isn't a big gin guy, and I get it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a bourbon bramble, everything the same except replace the gin with that same mash billed bourbon. And I think that's going to be real tasty. I'm about to straw test it in a second here.
And
All
if
right.
somebody hasn't already called it that, it's a Kentucky Bramble.
As
Kentucky bramble.
so now as we roll forward, you are moving down these tunnels that are, while they are not as nicely built or perfectly built as the large tunnel that you began to explore. They are solid. They don't seem like they're going to be in any kind of danger. What would the 6 of you like to do? Excuse me.
I'm gonna keep going as
Yeah,
long as
I
everybody
think,
else is.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep going.
What are you
along.
guys trying to do? How about that? Let me ask you that. What is it that you guys are trying to do as you walk down these tunnels? That way I can give you a sense of direction. I feel like if we don't do something here, we might get lost.
I'm trying to find the people that are missing.
So the people that are missing were behind that door.
Yeah.
Right, we had tracks leading behind that door.
I'm assuming this tunnel doesn't lead that way.
No. No, most of these tunnels are with they're going to lead you back towards the vicinity of Haven itself.
Can I just, since we're down here real quick, do a check to see if it looks like there's been any traffic recently through these tunnels?
You can check, but the answer is going to be yes.
Oh, crap.
Because this is a fairly heavily trafficked thing, but it doesn't match what you guys found in the tracks leading to the door.
Well, the Sark would voice the fact that this might be an easier way, if longer way, to come back down when we need to, so half our party doesn't try and get intimate
Kiss
with
the
the ground.
floor. We were thinking the exact same thing, Nate.
The Featherfall spell has gone higher and higher up on my list for spells to take at next level.
I mean, she caught us last time.
She did.
Wait, who's she?
Not sure.
Organics are weird.
Scalp, if I hadn't said to you before, can you thank her for me?
You did say that, and I will. Yes.
Much appreciated.
So, what would you like to do at this point?
I want to see where it goes.
Real quick.
If we
Patrice
get,
would Patrice
more
would
than an
mention
hour-
that it probably will take us back to the middle of Haven.
if we get more than an hour down this thing without finding anything of note, I'm
Well,
going
but-
to advocate for going
But
back.
this is why I was trying to ask you guys where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Because if you guys are looking for the people, it wouldn't take you very long to figure out that this is not the way to go.
Sure.
But Patrice, I believe, just informed you that he could get you back quickly, relatively quickly, back to the into town. So if you guys can want it, because I think that's kind
I'd
of
like to not climb the rope.
so yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That seems like a much better way.
So you can follow
Not
Patrice, and Patrice will having it didn't even though you haven't been down here, you easily find the
A mark or two.
the markers to get you back to town.
Stay close to me, Sid.
Also remember, while that and you may be searching very rapidly for the people, it has been a few days at least, if not a week or more, since these people have gone missing. That's why the mayor or the harbor master said that he is only right now seeking information about these people. But
So we could go tell the harbor master we found tracks that led to a door that we couldn't get past. And
Did we
ask
try
for
to get
further
past
instructions?
the door? Or did we just assume
we looked
that
at
we
it
couldn't?
after I investigated it. Pretty much, it looked like we weren't getting through that door anytime in the near future.
It was locked?
It's very locked in
Oh,
multiple
that's right.
different ways.
Okay. We okay. I couldn't remember exactly. But yeah, okay.
He's taking a knock at level 3.
If we are through this door by level 3,
Alright.
if you aren't through the store at level 3, I'm fucked up.
that's what I'm saying. It's Morgan's fault.
Do we know what
Blame the DM.
Right.
Blame the
I mean, I
DM.
blame God.
language that was written
Right.
in? Because I know he translated it, but I don't know if he knows the
John,
language.
tell me what comprehend languages says.
I do not believe that it tells me what the language is. I think it just allows me to read any language. But we will find out shortly. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any spoken language
Uh-oh.
that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface of which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. This spell does not decode secret messages in a text or glyph, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language.
So you don't know what the language is,
Nope.
but you would recognize it if you saw it again.
Looks like some elfy shit.
Can I?
It looks like proto-elf.
Yeah, that's what I'm
shit.
saying. It's like
It wasn't elfy shit.
it's yeah, but it looks like elfy shit.
But as the elfy shit person in this group,
No, you're the elf person.
I'm also a shit person.
That's valid, and I respect you saying so.
Wait, people are allowed to call themselves that?
Why not? I mean, other than Mom.
I love knowing things about my players that no one else does. I love it so
It's good
much.
times. It's good times.
Can I have? Well, up to you if I can retcon or if we need to go back for it. But can I grab a sketch of what?
Oh, sure.
The language.
You could have done that during your hour short rest. The advantage of short rest is you don't actually have to just sit there and do nothing. You can actually have light activity.
Yeah.
And I allow you guys to do that shit. So,
And you wrote down ectoplanar R&D.
Oh yeah.
I had to make sure that was correct, and it was. It totally was.
Good.
I'm like, that is exactly what I wanted it to be. That's okay. That's my brain was not wrong. So, what are you guys
So
gonna do?
you gonna is Patrice gonna lead us out a different way? All right.
It takes about an hour,
Okay.
but it takes you to where he leads you out. Leads you to the northeast end of Haven. But once you get out, you can see the town, and you're able to get back to, if you depending. This is just, you can easily get back to the main drag there along the inlet and the harbor, or to Harbor House.
Is anyone else hungry? We've been walking for quite some time, and
You just
I don't know about the
sat
rest
there
of
for
it.
an hour and didn't eat anything?
Ting,
I had
ting,
some.
ting, ting.
I'm clearly not talking to you.
I'll
Sorry.
eat his too.
Yeah, I know you will. I had a little bit to eat, but I'd like food, not rations. Maybe a drink.
Should
I could go for a drink.
Should we report what we found so far to Hubert? or
Yes,
get
I think
food
we should
first?
do that after we eat and have a drink and discuss what we found.
Go with that logic.
I think we should go talk to Winnie.
Winnie?
Winnie's what I call Hubert. Winnie the Hubert.
I'm gonna punch you in the face, dude.
I love it so
I'm
much.
gonna punch you.
Now I understand why other people dislike you. You can have your hair back.
Can I check if that was a form of disrespect?
An inside check? It's a low, I would assume it's a low DC.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Natural 19.
I don't understand people.
It's not a.
It's not intentional if it is disrespect.
It
It is
is
very much a, oh, I get it now. I don't need your hair.
The secret is not in the hair, is what I realized.
Patrice takes his clump of hair back and like pushes it back into his hair dome.
But in a different spot.
Who has
Yeah,
that
a different
Yeah,
spot.
in a
Obviously, it came
different
from
spot.
the right side. It's now on the left side.
Yeah, yeah.
And now there's like a little.
So
Yeah,
for
it's just a
There's a peaky
plump.
fluff
Yeah.
over here.
so for options for food, there is the.
Would Patrice know any places that fit his diet that he could also?
Well, they can now that I know what your diet is.
Don't blame me in front of the internet.
Where better place to blame you than in front of all of the internet?
Yes.
That's where I've always been blamed for things.
I just needed a healthy bit of shame from the first episode to take care of things, and then I was done.
And I appreciate it. It's very much
I'm
appreciated.
done. I don't need any more. I'm good on shame. I'm okay for now.
Well, but see, it was before I knew. It was when you guys had fucking dinner.
I apologize for not having it done ahead of time. Again.
But to be fair, Curtis probably didn't know.
No, he did. Remember how much of a pain in that ass dinner was for him?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
I did
true.
know.
That's fair.
I did know.
You can eat.
Does-
You're a face around town. People know
Does-
you. Plus, there is a bar that you could go to that could probably.
Here's
the
my
the
question.
The boxer.
They don't need to go there.
Here's my question. Does Patrice say anything about his diet when we're discussing dinner plans?
He might say something along the lines of, "Is there anywhere we could go where I could get a nice salad?"
You would know.
Well, like, okay, you're fair, right? So, like, I might be pitching different places that would have an okay salad bar.
So, oh man, now I'm drunk.
Skeld, as soon as you start talking about salad, Skeld goes, like fresh leafy greens and tomatoes and onions and.
Yeah.
Do you know any places that put like fruit in their salads?
Yeah.
Preferably fresh. I mean,
I'd
dried
love
is fine.
I'd love
but-
a good fruit salad.
Well, I want a salad,
I love a
but
bad
I want
fruit salad,
fruit
too.
in it.
You want? Food
I've been on
and
a boat
grease.
for 3 weeks. I've eaten nothing but bread and fish until last night. If you know a place that serves fresh
Baby
greens,
arugula.
and yes,
and chives.
this is the most animated you've ever seen. Skjald is around the idea of tomatoes.
I
and
want to go to the
onions.
crunchiest granola place we can find.
You're not going to find that here.
I want to go to the closest thing to that might have some fresh vegetables
and still have liquor.
Remember where you're at. The name Haven doesn't just mean safety from things. It's a haven of scum and villainy. It's a pirate fucking city.
Are you telling me you think there's no vegan pirates?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying there's no hippie granola place.
That's fair. That's
okay,
totally valid.
all right.
It's much more
okay,
pragmatic. It's
I'm
much more
dropping what you're
pragmatic.
dropping.
Yeah.
This is a place where sailors are
I
going
want
to
to
be.
go.
Yeah.
I want to go to the freshest market around that also has a nice little like outdoor bistro that.
So
like,
you want to go to the
pick it up.
tourist restaurant?
Probably.
That sounds like
if
Patrice.
it's, that, I don't get to go there very often. Normally I'm at home.
He's the
this
Colorado
Patrice's life
native
could
who
be
takes
good.
people to Casa Bonita because he's missed the food.
Oh, it's better than what I was going to say.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Let's go to the tourist shit. feel so defeated over here. I'm just talking about lunch. feel bullied, bruised.
This is what happens when
funny
you
is-
have to when you make it difficult on the DM just to get you food.
That joke will age very interesting when it reopens because
Right?
they actually have a good chef.
They do. They have a really good chef coming in.
Yeah.
She's fucking amazing.
Yeah, she's
I'm excited.
I want to go.
I want to go to Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita, please sponsor us.
Matt, Trey,
We're ready. We're ready.
We're definitely in the South Park vein of humor, so I feel like we fit in your house.
I mean, I'm talking to my phone right now, so like it eventually will get back to him, right? Like he'll hear it. Like it hears everything.
oh, they buy our data.
Can I try to
I'm sure.
sneak up on Patrice
Sure.
as all of this is happening?
Self check. What's your passive perception?
12.
That's a 17.
Yes, you can sneak up on him.
Cool. I'm gonna sneak up on him. Anybody that's facing Patrice can see the back of my hand light up down the tattoos as I touch his hair where he put his hair back on and use mending.
I was so hoping somebody had mending for this specific reason.
Has Dustin made a character without men?
No.
Of course
It's
not.
been 7 years. and
Seven,
no.
probably 7 different characters.
Actually,
This
it's
is,
probably been longer than
but this
7
is like one of the first times that mending works
Yeah.
because it's such a
2016. Well,
Yeah, people
2015,
try to
yeah.
do too much with it.
yeah.
This
Outside
is
of the first
exactly what
campaign
that
where I
means
used it to keep our wagon from being stolen
I
by
love that. Where you
cutting
broke
the wheel in
wagon
half
wheel
and then putting
spells.
it back together.
It was early to mid 2015.
So the place that you're gonna go to is Ogre and
6,
Carriage.
9 months behind
The
Fair
ogre.
No, not
and,
the
Yeah.
Ogre and Carriage.
And carrot. Is there an ampersand or is it
It's
spelled out?
ampersand. It's always an ampersand.
Always ampersand.
because that looks cool.
Well,
Yeah,
also
it's
it's
squiggly.
like paint is expensive, bro. Like I'm not painting A and D. That's
you can
so
just
much
go-
work.
Or even just
really
the little
fun
the backward
motion to
E and the
make
dots, right?
Or the
Slash.
E with the line through it.
Mhm, that too.
Yeah.
Is it spelled out, or is it a picture of an ogre and a picture of a carriage?
Yes.
No, it's a picture of an ogre, an ampersand, and a picture of a carrot.
But underneath it also is Ogre and Carriage. Comic.
There's 2 ampersands.
This would be lunch, dinner now?
One
Big
ampersand, one
ampersands.
big ampersand that goes between the pictures and the words.
This is
There
funny.
it is, John.
And the
John's
reason
got
is
it.
because
98%
lots of
ampersand.
sailors can't read.
90% ampersand.
90% of sailors can't read.
So just to get this out of the way, anytime you ask me that question, the answer is going to be yes. There's going to be pictures and words.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Always going to be that way. Because it's, one, historically accurate,
So,
and then 2, it's fun.
so when we get to this place,
To answer your question,
Oh, sorry.
mid-afternoon.
yes,
Go.
when we get to this place, can I just order whatever I want here?
Oh,
'Cause
fuck
it's a
yeah.
tourist place. So
It's overpriced.
Skjald goes in hard.
But it's actually really good food.
He is not looking at prices.
Yeah.
He's like, this is like a salad witch? John is imagining is that he like walks in. It's like a salad Chipotle where he's just walking down a line. Mad Greens. Yeah, Mad Greens. Sure. I'm a carnivore. I don't know about salad places. I enjoy them. I'm not seeking them out. Skeld, however, is on the water way too often, so he's looking for fresh greens, right? So he's like, yeah, I'll take the romaine. Yeah, I'll take the iceberg. Yeah, I'll take the baby spinach greens. Yeah, I'll take the kale. Yeah, like every single thing that's in this fucking this display.
But not the olives.
No, he takes the olives. He takes the olives.
I'm joking. I'm just making the joke. It's like some weird, obscure thing that he does.
But
It's Skald, not Nate.
right.
Yeah, no.
As he works his way down the line, he starts to get to a point where he's like, "Do you have any like chicken?"
The guy's got a plate that's mounded.
Yeah,
And there's no room for any chicken.
no.
He's like, we're gonna need another plate.
It's like I've been eating a lot of seafood recently, and while I like it, land animals are delicious.
So
And,
while any other D&D table has shopping episodes,
we have eating episodes. Yes, absolutely. We have eating episodes.
and I am not sorry for this.
And drinking episodes and tobacco episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys thought the story was going somewhere this week? We're sorry. See you in episode 4.
We're gonna talk about imaginary food. Be very happy.
There is
about
one
it.
thing I'm really trying to at least get you guys to.
Yes.
So
Okay.
because I know what our
I've got
third
one
section
down.
is going to be. It's going to be awesome.
And he's just gonna have a nice glass of red wine with this. Probably a Pinot Noir.
So the booze selection here is quite nice. There is no bottom shelf.
Nice.
It's
The way it should
it's a tourist spot, right?
Right,
It's
right.
like this is the place where, oh, you're in the dirty pirate city. Oh, but you can go here and fill a game.
Right. Yeah. It's
You know.
it's safe. It's the
Yeah.
nice part of town.
Well, it's right off the harbor,
Right.
right?
Patrice never gets to go here.
Because you've pissed everybody off.
But I brought.
Does
6
anybody try to
people with
stop
me.
Patrice?
At first they do until the rest of you guys show up.
Yeah.
So
And instead of Patrice going to like his regular watering hole and being like, "These guys are with me," Patrice tries to walk in and they're like, "No," and like all these strangers walk up, and we're like, "No, he's with us."
yeah,
And they're like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on in, strangers."
He straightens his imaginary tie.
That's right.
All right.
This will also be the first time that you all see Sark order anything.
What does Sark order?
Whatever bubbly there is, whether it's kombucha or champagne.
no, this would be it'd be a sparkling white. There's also a very weird
Like
sparkling
a Prosecco
red.
or Brut or something.
You know, so you can do either or.
Probably go with the sparkling white for now.
I'd probably order the other sparkling one to give to Sark. I just drink water with it.
He gave that to me for my birthday.
So
Okay.
good. Which one is that?
The
Toscano cheese soaked in Syrah.
So good.
I've been trying not to eat it for the last like 20 minutes.
That's really good.
What's this one?
Elderflower cheddar.
It's fucking solid.
All right, so
Reasons we have eating episodes because like we love food. We're big on
and
it.
we eat very well.
Yeah.
Drinks.
And we drink. Yeah. We eat and we drink. And we know things.
the second,
HBO.
the second half we're a little
Please.
light on.
HBO sponsor us.
HBO can't sue us. That's fucking shitbag. He is a shitbag.
Yeah.
Well,
The writer
Who is it?
books. I don't think.
We're talking about
So,
the
George
writer.
R. R. Martin
writer.
sponsor us.
Yes.
Fuck George R. R. Martin.
But you can still
I'll take
sponsor
his
us.
fucking money. I don't
take
give a
his
fuck
money,
how
too.
much of a bag of dicks he is. He can give me money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop saying he's a bag of dicks.
When someone says a bag of dicks,
Severed
it can go
dicks.
so
Severed
many
dicks.
ways.
Yeah, it's
What
all
kind of
severed
dick?
dicks.
Maybe they're mummified.
No, they're not.
Maybe
Okay,
the bag
they're
is
mummified.
dripping with blood.
What it is?
Severed dicks.
What it is a bag of desiccated Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Uh-huh.
Completely different way of
Richard
going
Nixon
about it.
faces.
Yeah.
Nixon
It's just like the Nixon mask. Like you see in like a
That's actually his face.
Hang on. So
And
we
it's severed.
we sit down after getting food.
You guys sit down. You have a meal. It is very interesting. You watch as Sark has two
Yeah.
glasses of bubbly in front of him, one red, one white.
What's the plan, guys? Like,
So what did we find?
We found a door we can't open.
Right.
We found tracks. That's information. That's 15 gold.
And the faces that you found, the mouths that you found.
Did you bring any mouths back with you?
I pull out a full jawbone that I've knitted back together.
Put that away.
you hear some audible gasps as like
Oh, it's a nice establishment. I like mage hand the jawbone down.
Sark has it just like
As I
staring at
hear the gasps, I look in their general direction and I just flare the purple fire in my eyes towards them, and then take a sip of my drink.
and
go back
the
to
gasps the gasps come back, but then they go back to their meal.
eating. Yeah.
They eat a little quicker.
You do hear. This is why we came here.
I mean, I can make a
Sark pulls the beat down slightly lower and pulls up his collar.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I'm very clearly a pirate.
It's the white dude who's rolling through the hood.
Right. And it's
only-
his wife who said it to him.
Exactly,
As she covered her children's eyes.
As the windows go up, the doors get locked.
Right.
Yeah.
Eye, singular.
Yes.
Is what you flared.
One eye. I flared one eye because the other one is covered by a eye patch.
Yes.
Yes.
God, those chairs are so good.
Yeah, those are. I like that brand.
The
of shirts so
Traverse
much.
City.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're like
We
2
used to have them at
bucks
the last bar I
cheaper than
looked at.
Luxardo. So
They are. They're cheaper, but they're really good. We used to use them at the.
They're still a little
bar that
pricey,
I was
but-
at.
Yeah,
They're
but none
totally
of them are
worth it.
cheap.
But like Luxardos are so expensive.
Yeah,
I think that's probably why I went with those. So
and they're not worth them. Like they're delicious. They're great. They're not worth the money.
so as,
Luxardo, please sponsor us.
actually, I'd rather the Traverse City Distilling sponsor
They're
us.
not worth the money. Your cherries are shit. Sponsor us, and we'll tell people different.
We can be bought. Just not by Luxardo.
I
He's a
know
sponsor. It's not Luxardo.
Hey,
You can't see
Sorry.
my hand gestures.
I don't. At this point, I'm trying to move things
Yeah,
forward.
so we-
We're sorry.
So-
We're sorry.
So we're discussing this, right?
I'm gonna look at Patrice. Do you know of any? Do you have any ideas? So you seem to be the most knowledgeable about Haven.
That's why it audibly chokes.
You haven't put anything out there. I thought that I'm going off
know.
the knowledge I know. So
Sark stops to watch for a moment.
Patrice sits up a little bit in his chair.
I need both SOA and Patrice to roll a history check for me, please.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
19.
Wow.
17.
You both know that there is a collection of, besides the books that
So
Hubert.
it was a straight 17.
Straight 19.
Oh shit!
So it was. You know that besides, so Hubert has a fairly sizable library of local lore there. But there's also a collection of artifacts that have been found throughout the centuries since the founding of Haven. And even though Haven has been around for approximately 1,000 years, it's still one of the newer cities on the planet. So they're still finding things that are old here.
Interesting.
So, but you know that Harbor House has a collection of things that maybe you may want to peruse.
To see if it's of the same nature as the door that we saw.
Does SOA like interrupt before Patrice can respond?
I want to hear what Patrice is saying, and then,
Okay.
I'll decide when I'm going to interrupt.
Because I feel like
Because yes.
Patrice is well aware of Harbor House more than anywhere else on the island.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's so he is intimately versed by peeking through windows and sneaking into larger groups of people to enter into Harbor House and just be around. But he does know of a museum like area where they keep a few specific ancient artifacts and things like that.
Yeah,
And,
maybe they'll even let you in this time. Like,
Scout chuckles.
you know, if I'm with you, who knows? Sky's the limit.
As Patrice points to SOA.
but I think talking to Hubert is probably our best bet at this point.
How much do we want to tell him?
I don't think there's that much to tell, right? We
That's
found
valid.
tracks that lead up to a door that we can't open that's old, right? Like,
Like 3
Older-
sentences.
Older
wanna
than
tell him-
Haven, old.
Do we want to tell him what the sign on it says? Because I feel like this goes one of two ways. We tell him what the sign says, and either he doesn't understand what it is and he gives us the go-ahead to use their resources to get inside, or he gets scared of what might be in there, and he tells us to hold off, and he sends someone down to wall the thing off.
I need every person, including Skull, to make an insight check for me, please.
Oh no.
Efficient for one.
Ooh.
How long has Hubert been Harbor Master?
15 years.
No, okay.
You
Never
said
mind.
perception, right? No insight.
Insight.
Not great.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, you know nothing,
9.
Patrice.
Insight?
You know nothing, Patrice.
6.
Nothing.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I
I
lied.
am now Patrice.
18.
We are. We are
So,
Patrice.
so for Sark, L, and Sid, you get the idea that this is not something anybody would know about. Like this, the way that is put together is outside the bounds of anything that any of you would recognize. Especially like for you, L, as the resident tinkerer, kind of like pseudoscientist
Fucking
kind of
gadget
guy. Like if you don't recognize it and understand its context, you're pretty sure Hubert wouldn't understand.
Do any of you communicate this?
I very much will. The Hubert probably. If I don't understand what the hell is going on with this door, other than that it's just very fucking locked, I don't think a harbor master is gonna understand it.
I do think we found the door. The door's a much bigger obstacle. We should probably ask for more money.
I'm not.
I agree with that.
I thirded.
Motion passed.
I'm
Right,
not
that's
so
correct, right?
concerned. Yes,
Close
you-
enough.
Correct. Sorry, you got it. I'm not so concerned with him knowing what it is and that being the thing that scares him. My experience with politicians is things they don't know scare them and cause them to make very stupid decisions.
Before we tell him what the door said, I would prefer to run it past another source and see if we can get some more information about it. That way, before we report anything.
What if we just
Who's
don't report what the door says and we say there were tracks leading into the door is locked?
I am perfectly okay with that,
Alright.
especially
I'm
if it gets us
also
our
fine
15
with that.
gold.
Yeah.
I just always want to make sure you guys have the right information.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay, did you ask that?
No, I swept it on the rug. Not relevant anymore.
You're still okay with that? I have a feeling Sid would be okay with that option, though. A really good sense of
As
Sid.
an out of
It's not so
character,
much lying. It's
we
just
have more information
withholding
than them.
information.
No,
That's
And
that
it's a
was
source
fine.
of
It
We
was.
don't. It's not like we know what it means. You know?
I
don't.
would not be
We don't.
okay with withholding going to a source that I didn't know without Hubert's approval. I think is what I was going to get at. But
Oh.
since that's not happening,
Actually, you know what? Can I get you to roll a D100 on that? Because I think there's a possibility. You got to remember the pragmatism of your former job.
Okay. That's
I need to eat the booze.
67.
So I don't think you would be uncomfortable with not telling Hubert. I think you would be uncomfortable with you not knowing who it is.
That was the other part, yeah.
That
Those
is a
two
fair
parts.
one. I think that would be
Yeah, this is good.
because
Okay.
you know that information sometimes needs to be withheld for the benefit of the mission, right? So
As a random note, at some point I
This is
pass
worth
you one of the glasses because I don't actually drink and I just enjoy the bubbles.
To Al.
Like,
I turned down the brightness, so it's
Okay.
doing much
Good,
better.
good.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Sark is sitting there with 2 glasses of bubbly, just kind of sniffing and kind of letting them effervesce in front of him, but he doesn't drink them.
Nope.
Okay.
I love that image, dude.
Yeah.
He told
But you
me about
are-
this
you
like
are
2 months ago, and I've
sniffing
been
that.
waiting for this.
Yeah.
Like not sniffing, like very much almost like if he had a nose, he'd be putting his nose in the liquid.
Okay.
It's like the bubbles are spraying on the front of his face.
Faceplate.
Same difference.
Fun to say. It's fun to say though.
And then like he takes it away and waits a minute and puts the other one in front of it. does the
He's
same
a
thing.
fucking toddler.
Yep.
at some point, about like halfway, 2/3 of the way through the meal, Al just holds up his hand.
Sorry,
Do you
can I ask
hold
you a question?
both flutes in one hand and pour both down your your tiny mouth.
He will
at the
take
same
both of them
time.
in one hand if he can, but he won't drink both of them at the same time.
Oh, I was.
One is still in Sark's hand.
Okay.
Sark, do you have sensation on the surface of your skin, for lack of a better term?
It's metal.
It's still skin.
Face is wood.
Oh, right.
I feel like this is actually a real-time conversation.
Yeah, oh, it is. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, I get sensation.
Can you
Accurate statement.
Can you feel the bubbles?
If that's what's happening in the drink, yes.
That's cool. I like that for you. And Skjald orders another glass of bubbles for him, and it doesn't matter, right? Which kind they are. So he orders the cheaper one. And it's like, that one's starting to lose. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay, I had an idea.
So-
Patrice did not. Sorry. Curtis
Next break.
Yes.
So, total for everybody, drinks, meal, everything would be 1 gold, 5 silver.
Each or
Each.
Not a
I'll
cheap
leave 3
place.
behind.
Why don't you here?
However, the salad was very good.
Yeah.
Skjald lives a very particular kind of life.
Oh, I'm
He
about it.
makes money. When he's not making money, he spends money.
As also as,
Until he doesn't have money and he goes and makes money.
as
This isn't based on my real life at all.
well, but also as someone who spent some time afloat,
Uh-huh.
I
That's how
understand the
you do
importance
shit,
of
yes.
fucking
paycheck?
That's part of the reason I
That
feel
too.
like I should have just become a fucking sailor at some point in my life.
I could never have done it, dude. That was the
fucking
two.
love it. I
It was
love
two
it.
of the worst two worst weeks of my life.
I love being on boats.
How do you get seasick on a big fucking ship?
Oh,
How?
you
But don't get seasick on a fucking little tiny boat.
I don't know because I don't get seasick on any of them.
Fucking inner ear bull. You know what it is? It's all the fucking gunfire.
That's probably true.
Fucked up my
that's fair.
inner ear.
That's fair. Yeah.
Fucked up my inner ear.
Speaking of which, I haven't been on a boat since I started shooting. Oh no.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but you've probably had a lot more ear protection than
Yeah,
I had
that's
for that.
I mean, yes. Unequivocally, yes. But
That's
The look on John's
Yes.
face was one of concern.
okay,
That's
so
another
it
relative
wasn't that you
perspective.
said anything untrue. It was that I'm not sure it makes that big of a difference for how
Fair,
true it is.
fair. My inner ear's fucked up. But
Yeah.
but so
Okay, so
dinner's
we leave
over.
lunch.
Yeah.
What is? Well, it's kind of late afternoon, early. So technically, by the definition, it's dinner because supper's later. If you want to go with semantics.
It's the senior
No.
special hour.
Also, hobbits.
Yeah.
Or halflings, I should say.
It's
So
the second meal of the day.
So you guys are
Whatever
going to
you
be
call
heading to Harbor House after this, right? So why don't we cut a little bit early? We're about 5 minutes early. We're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be back on the road to Harbor House.
Awesome.
Welcome back to Campaigns and Concoctions, where we are drinking heavily and feeling very good about today. So please,
Amen.
I believe John may
Yes.
introduce your brand new drink.
Yes, I just made this up kind of on the fly. I've been thinking about it. I went to the grocery store and there were dragon fruit and they looked good, so I bought one. So this is
A work in progress.
it is a work in progress. We'll come
Name
up with
to
a
be
name
determined.
for it. Name to be name TBD. So what I did was I did
Did
an
we
ounce.
just name it?
No. There are a lot of cocktails called.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I thought that would be so cool though.
I don't think
no.
the recipe is dialed in yet.
We're also
It's not-
raising
it's not
money
dialed
from
in.
TBD. We've
it's-
taken over from the Blue
It is.
family.
This is very much a work in progress. I'm sure at some point in probably about a month and a half, we will have a full-blown recipe for this. But as of right now, what it is an ounce and a half of Empress gin, half an ounce of maraschino liqueur, half an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of the strawberry. Do you remember?
Raspberry.
Oh,
Framboise.
raspberry. The what is it?
Framboise.
Framboise,
No, it's
yeah.
it's Dutch.
So it's a raspberry liqueur. It's delicious. All of that into a shaker with ice. Shake that up, and then in the glass I put a slice of dragon fruit with 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters and just a splash of simple syrup, and muddled it in the glass. Then a large cube, double strained the drink over the large cube, expressed a lemon peel and rubbed it around the rim, twisted and dropped it into the glass, and then garnished with a
Are
third
you
of a...
always supposed to twist it before you drop it in?
Yes, because it expresses it.
So it depends on what you're trying to do, but I do. I always
You always,
twist before I drop
twist it before you drop
Yes.
it in.
Yeah, because
After
that
you rub it
further
around the rim?
expresses. So
Thank God we are not doing video right now.
Yes, I always twist it before I drop it.
Got it.
Yes. And then a third
We're
of
12,
a
family,
third of a
we're 12.
slice of dragon fruit on the rim of the glass.
Sometimes.
There'll be pictures up on Instagram. There'll be pictures in the Discord. And then as we dial this in, I'm sure we'll make it again and we'll come up with a name for it.
And then Curtis, you came up with something tonight as well.
I just riffed on the bramble we were making earlier. I added in, instead of using the blackberry liqueur, which is also called creme de mure, I used an elderflower. No. Hold on.
Elderflower.
No.
Elderberry.
Elderberry
Crap, that's the
juice.
cheese.
I'm getting confused.
You're
Elderberry.
There's too many elder things happening tonight.
Yeah, fuck elders.
Don't respect your elders. Might
Which
be the
will
name.
be a drink that we will make.
At some time.
This may be the drink. We're not sure
I
yet.
don't think it is. It's good.
You gotta
it's getting
disrespect
there.
your elders.
But it's got
and your surroundings.
It's got Hendrick's gin, elderberry juice,
I agree.
lemon juice, and cinnamon simple with the lemon expressed on the top and rubbed around the rim. You got to remember to twist the lemon before you drop it in, though.
All right, and with that, family, we are now finishing our meal and on the way to Harbor House.
Yes.
I believe
to Hubert
Hubert.
the Pooh.
I'll shoot you.
I'll put on my body armor.
You think that's gonna stop me?
Nope.
Sark, are you going to retrieve your rope?
Yes, absolutely. If we're walking by the hull, Sarge stops and pulls up his rope and puts it back on the side.
Is the rope
SOA does
unmolested?
the same.
Yes.
Nobody stole our rope?
No one stole the rope.
So people walked by and they saw a giant hole, and then they saw a rope, and they're like they know about the hole, and then they saw the rope, and they're like, some stupid motherfucker went in there. I'm not fucking with that rope.
Two things. Yes.
I appreciate the citizens of Haven.
Two. This is not while it's a very well traveled road in that it's also the head towards the government. This is not a city that necessarily where people actually want to engage with the fucking government.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they have a government because there's things that they need.
Sure.
They're very
That's fair.
pragmatic and practical.
That
in
checks
their
out.
Like, Hubert lives a very nice life of what he gets, but only at the benefit of the people kind of shit, right?
Right.
So, you eat your rope, you're able to get up. As soon as you enter, you see the receptionist notice you first, Patrice, and is about to put their head in their hands until they see the rest of the party, and then they get up and they shuffle you to Hubert's office where he is there. One day in his French patois, do you have information already?
We have some.
We went down into the hole, and we found some tracks,
Okay.
and we believe those tracks we believe are who we're looking for, and there was a door that we couldn't open. And that's where the tracks led.
Okay. Okay.
An old door.
An old door.
Very old.
Very, very locked.
Do you believe that there's possibly a way to get through this door?
I said door, not wall.
Okay. Well, first off,
Sadly, the wall might be easier.
before we move on to the next phase here, you did complete the task that was set before you. I believe it was 15 gold apiece for information in regards to the location of survivors. We may not have a direct one, but you did provide information. That's 15 gold. Each.
Money, please.
That basically covers what I've spent on food and drinks and tobacco.
So,
Everything's coming up skull.
That's right. That's right.
it sounds
Breaking even, crushing it.
like
The
the six
pirate's
of
life for
you
me.
Right?
might be interested in continuing this, yes? Would it be in your interest in pursuing, actually seeking out these people?
Yes. For me, yes.
I mean, as long as you're paying.
We'll negotiate in a moment. I would like to know who I'm negotiating with. Madam, and he looks at Sid.
Absolutely. I'm in it not necessarily just for the money.
Patrice. Patrice.
I'm always here to help.
Okay, you two. I know you two seem to be a team. Are you interested in pursuing this further?
If the price is right.
Well, let's get to it then. What would a good price? This is not price of gear, equipment, or anything you may need to complete this mission. Just a price of completion.
That took way longer than I thought it would. That was a 20-second dropping my phone.
Yeah, no, it was like
Yeah.
listening to somebody drop their phone in slow motion.
Seriously.
What would
I
be?
hope the mic picked it up.
I hope so too.
What would be? Well, it picked up the vibration last week.
Yes, it did.
You have the loudest phone.
I do. It's not my fault. I try to make it quieter.
You put it on silent. We all heard it.
I know.
And it was up there.
I am deaf. I am
But
deaf.
as we look,
Audience, we're lying to you. It wasn't a phone.
That was definitely my double donger. Yeah.
what would be the price that we could communicate here? As we are now moving beyond information to retrieval.
What are your citizens worth to you? And potentially visitors. I mean, we don't know that all of the people that are trapped down there are citizens.
5 gold a person last time.
Yeah, I'm asking for more, El. I'm asking for more.
I'm willing to pay more. I don't know what the limit is yet until I hear it.
I don't know that much about the navy of the freed city of Haven, but do you have any ships?
No.
Okay.
The mutual defense, navally, is provided by generally an agreement that this city is free and open to all and protected by those who make port here.
Haven is protected by many.
Shut
But-
the fuck up, Patrice.
Hubert kind of turns to you and looks at you kind of interested in me and like,
Patrice strokes his unkempt beard.
why don't we say 5 platinum apiece upon successful completion of the mission, and we'll still keep the 5 gold per for everyone brought back alive.
What is the mission?
To retrieve the 50. And the 5 gold apiece would not be individually, it would be a group total. Because Morgan can't do math, I don't know what 5 times 50 is. Some of you are smarter at math than me.
I'm good with that.
250.
Yeah.
So it'd be 250 gold, and then 5 platinum each.
And
Yeah.
if there are no survivors,
You still get 5 platinum.
Let's get through that door.
I'm good with that.
What do you...
We're gonna need.
Sark will lean forward to talk into L's ear.
I don't like those towers. That's even worse.
I love it.
Do
Roll
we
on something
get,
soft.
like, Sark would say to L, do we get half for bringing back remains? And then stand up.
And I will immediately ask, do we get...
That's fair. Identifiable.
Identifiable. Who's missing?
I can give you a list.
Can you give us descriptions
Anyone
or sketches
important?
or?
It would be part of it.
Yeah.
Not
Alright.
sketches, but descriptions, names.
Anyone important?
Everybody's important.
Anybody of value to the government of Haven?
Well, considering the government is basically me
You.
and my staff, which is 4 of
So
us.
none of your staff is
None of my
missing?
staff is missing now. That's a bit better, but
Are there any HVIs missing?
HVIs.
High value individuals. And Skeld is not saying this from like the fucking, men's activist standpoint. He's like, how much could I ransom a person for?
You're saying it from the Blackwater way.
Like,
Yes.
let's say it comes down to a negotiation and we can only take a few. Are there a certain few that you're looking for that are more important than the others?
No.
Understood.
No.
We're going to need access to the area of the Harbor House that has some of its older relics. We need to do some research.
Yeah, is there a library of sorts here?
Well, the librarian he points to is, and you guys saw this behind, so that where the eye was, that is on either side, carved into the bone,
Yeah.
is a fairly impressive collection of books. And this is Hubert. This is the collection of our local lore that we have been able to find. Anything here is open for you, as well as the collection, which will be opened to the 6 of you.
Patrice rubs his hands together a little bit.
Maybe not you.
Do we need adult
I think we're
supervision
past
for
that.
that
Hubert.
one?
If someone would make sure that he doesn't touch a fucking thing.
What if he has to?
Not it.
I'll watch him.
I don't.
You got...
There's
Sark salutes.
there's 5 of you.
It doesn't look right.
He doesn't necessarily. Did you see him rubbing the wall?
Harbor Master Sanjusti. Do you know who I am?
Maybe, I don't know. I believe the name was Scald, yes?
Skjald Fellhand.
He doesn't know who you are.
It's okay.
Roll on the thing.
It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
Whoever knows this table
Fair.
is not his friend.
What I want you to do is I want you to take a stroll down the harbor. And I want you to go to any ship that you know occasionally sails with black sails. And I want you to ask them about me. And until then, what I need you to know is you have my word that I will watch over Patrice as he inspects these artifacts, because he may have knowledge that we need.
That's unnecessary. I just don't want him to touch something unless
I'm
it's
telling
absolutely
you, he
necessary.
may touch things, but I will make sure he doesn't break anything or defile
Roll an intimidation
anything.
check. Roll an intimidation check.
You're good at that.
That's gonna
Yes.
fucking succeed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Plus 7?
Yeah,
That's gonna be a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I've heard Scald's full name, can I roll to see if I recognize it since I've been a sailor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh shit.
History.
The sea elf has been on the sea.
I fucked up.
I don't know your full name yet.
Definitely
History?
squeeze on your shoulder to pay attention to what's going on. Because
Oh, it's a straight roll, it's 13.
You know who he is. You know who he is.
Ooh, your DC is low. You're
It
cool.
is. It is. It is very low.
Should be.
Have we heard his reputation?
No.
Okay.
You
I didn't
I don't
think
hang
so,
out
but-
near parts.
he
I'm strangely glad about that.
you're far enough removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't deal with...
I don't think I've ever been to the area that you guys are from.
Yeah, you have.
I
You were
have?
born there.
Oh, fuck, you're right. But I don't think anybody there knows that I am who I am.
No.
Yeah.
You got your start there, but that doesn't mean
I
you didn't
grew
get
up
your
there.
name there.
I didn't get my name there. That's right.
He is not the Dread Pirate Roberts.
I am not the Dread Pirate Roberts.
No.
The Dread Pirate Roberts actually was another guy. I
wanted to do that backstory so bad.
I know, right?
I was this close.
I was.
I'm
pretty
so
close
glad
too.
you didn't
I'm
because I
pretty
might
close,
quit.
pretty close too.
I might quit.
Took everything in me not to.
I know, right?
So I believe we have an accord.
Yeah.
5 platinum each for returning alive with information,
Yeah, five for each of you.
and then 5 platinum.
5 gold.
I'm sorry,
Gold,
5
sure.
gold communally for each survivor that we bring back.
And then
2 and 5 for
two
remains.
And
gold,
2 for all
2
remains.
gold, 5 silver for all identifiable remains.
Okay. So we found some things before we got to the door, and maybe it might be more accurate to say some things found us. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they were heaps of flesh,
I'm definitely not familiar with that.
and they had mouths and eyes. Oh, you brought a relic back from
Sark
this,
just
yeah?
pulls out the jawbone that he took from L earlier.
I made that out of
Identifiable as in we can identify them as one of our citizens.
Those aren't. Those are way older.
So here's my question to you. If what I bring back to you is disembodied eyes that are the right color, I know that would be horrifying for a family member to identify a loved one from. But I've got things to do and it requires money.
Watch.
You can't roll over a 10. You can't.
Still.
You can't.
Still.
Try my ghetto rice box.
Nope.
Dude, how?
Morgan, I just thought maybe because
This is the only reason that I say I'm an agnostic.
No.
It's not because I think there's a God, it's because I can't explain that.
You did it? Did you do it? Nope. Nope. You still didn't. Oh, you had a 1, 2, 6, 5. He can't do it. He can't.
Morgan is cursed in our home.
Your dice are unweighted.
Also, this is why I want to always play in this room.
Nope. Nope. Still no. That's, I mean, like, literally, like,
There it is. 17.
It took 12 rolls.
To get over
It took 12 rolls to get over 10.
No, this one's mine. This one of mine.
What?
that was 10.
I thought the ghetto
You know
rice
the
box
percentage
was
of
it,
that?
but no.
It's so low.
If you don't mind, we'll put that off until the time comes.
That's fair.
It's like 2 to the 9th. That's like 2 to the 9th.
So
I'm gonna lean over to Skald after he finishes that. Just say, if I remember right, all we really need is a mouth for it to be identifiable.
Or the, from the nose up. People generally seem to recognize from the nose up. I had a bunch of friends on a boat once who thought they'd be really clever and they would cover their faces from the nose down. And everybody in town knew who they were when they robbed a place. Bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, but there's a, I'm pretty sure there's a spell that will, if they can talk, we can.
Oh, that's fair.
Identify
That's
them.
fair. Okay. Yeah.
well, with that,
I don't know that much about magic.
I will.
Thanks, Stuart.
I will leave you to your research. And with that, we're gonna pick up next session.
Oh no!
You all just leveled up.
Yes! That's the only way to end the session right now without me being very sad.
Exactly. I know what I'm doing. And if I could get everyone to roll hit points, please.
Oh shit.
Reroll all ones.
Reroll once. Thank you. I think that's the best rule ever.
It is.
Thank you, Morgan. Best
roll your
best
one, yeah.
roll ever.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you will.
Fuck yes! That's an 8 on an 8.
Nice.
Good.
I want to pick you up
So
seven on an
you
8.
have max.
Fuck yeah!
Because you got 20 con. Oh gosh. You're the tankiest artificer
It's a good
that's
thing
ever
that
been.
I have a
and
high
you went
AC.
down.
7! You're the only one that rolled below half.
Yep.
All right, family. With that, we're gonna leave till next session. Thank you so much for joining us. As now, you can reach us on the multitude of platforms. You can reach us voice message wise, anchor.fm/campaign concoctions. Reach us on the instagram.com/campaign concoctions pod. You can also there's a link there to the Discord where you can chat with all of us, and you can chat with some of our friends. Please tell us what you think. Tell us what you like. Give us a rating. Review us. Share us with your friends. And with that, we shall see everybody on the other side. Thank you so much. Peace.
Woo!